Today is Tuesday. I don't know. Today's vlog, just gonna talk. I would say I saw this movie called Skyscraper, and it was actually really good. It made me think about my dad. That I don't know. I guess I came to realize today that I'm just like my dad, like legit just like my dad. And no, it's a good thing. It's just like it's crazy. Like my dad was everything to me at one point. Like he was everything. He was my hero. But then um but then when I was like third, fourth grade, he got hurt at work. Because of work, he messed up his back. So he had to do surgeries and stuff. The but the doctor messed up this back thing. And then he didn't mess up. They didn't catch that his neck was messed up too. And he was out of work for 17 years until he died. But honestly, he was out of work he was out of work until he died. It's pretty sad. And then he got addicted to painkillers. Like no kid should see that ever. Seeing your dad so fucked up. And like one time he was walking out into the street and one of my neighbors had to bring him in. Or just he was so fucked up. Like no kid should like ever see that. And I guess that's why I was so angry at him for so long and hurt. And like I regret what I said to my dad. Like I was like, oh, I wish he would die. Like no one needs you. But honestly, like last words regret. It is really a big deal. I would say if anyone has like issues, just let it go. Because at the end of the day, if they're dying or whatever do they say your last person you say, that's the last thing you ever tell them. And it's not worth it. Like, always leave it in a positive way, you know? I guess my dad's been dead 6 years now, and I guess I'm barely coming to like understanding him. You know, this past year been crazy. Like this past year's been my roadblock, my Mount Everest, my just trying to find myself, you know? And it's ridiculous like how crazy my life had was like past year, and it just like made me realize how similar I am with my dad. Like it's crazy how similar we are as people, you know? Like it's crazy how similar. Like it's crazy how to sound like this, but I feel like this past year I understand my dad a little bit more. I feel the most closest I ever had been with him in years, even like when he's alive, you know. But like the similarities that me and him had, like similarities that we have, it's like crazy. Like I can't believe like what I'm going through. That's basically what he was going through his whole till he, you know, like passed away. And it's just crazy. Like I was so resentful, so hurt, and like betrayal. I was a daddy's girl, like no joke, daddy's girl 100%. But when he started like, you know, doing stuff, getting high, like more, like didn't care, and like he would go crazy, or if he didn't have his drugs, or he would just become a totally different person. He wasn't like the dad I knew. And then even when he tried to get clean, I would always like, no, you're gonna go back. And I think that hurt him most because, you know, I was like, didn't believe in him. Like, I used to think of him like the mountains, like, not the mountains, like, he was my dad. Like, he was supposed to protect me, you know. He was supposed to, you know, make sure everything was okay. And it fucked me up. It really fucked me up. Like, there's honestly, there's another whole like 200, 300, 500 stories why I'm so way I am now, like who I am, you know. And it's just like things that happen when you're growing up, running away, like in a situation, it just really does affect you. And if you keep pressing it down and like just, you know, keep pressing it down, like, not, oh, it's gonna go away, it's gonna go away, it's not gonna go away. You're just like causing it more hurt for you, more pain. Not even pain, like, you're just more in denial, to be honest. You're just being more in denial. And, or you just, your emotions, if you don't deal with it correctly, they're gonna come out in an unhealthy way. Or you're just like, just, you know, pushing it down. Like, you're not gonna trust people, you're not gonna want to trust anyone, you know. And that's kind of hard. Like, that's hard for me. Like, I really hardly trust people ever. Like, ever. Like, even when I date people, like, fuck, even my dating life's like, it's a mess too. That's another time. But just like everything that has happened, it really did affect me. Oh, a bird, see? You know? But it's just crazy, you know, how paralyzed life is, you know, how it's crazy. I just think it's crazy how my dad went into some similar situations like I have this past year. Like, literally, this whole past year, I went in the same situation with him. Like, I lost my job. I was been unemployed since April, and it's so frustrating because, like, I've been working since I was 21. I got my first job at Target at 19, and then I quit it because I didn't have a right to go in there because I was doing overnights and everything, and my car got totaled because of my dad. I was so pissed. And he was on drugs, medication, like prescription drugs, and I was so pissed, and I had to drop, like, no, I had to quit the job because my mom worked overseas. I couldn't like switch my thing, so I'm like, fuck yeah, I'll quit it. And then I went to college a little bit. Went there a little bit, like, but I'm dyslexic. I wasn't sure at the time to understand my dyslexia. I have a hearing problem, definitely left ear. Hello. Like, that's even more of an issue, like, kind of like insecurities. So me actually like admitting that I am dyslexic, it's kind of like trying, you know. And you're overweight. Like, I've been trying to lose weight all my life, you know, been up and down, you know. And then you're very insecure. I'm like very insecure about my body, about myself in general. And honestly, this like I said, like this past year, I'm actually getting to know myself, actually understanding myself a little more, you know. Of course, you're not always not understanding yourself, but you're getting a little more acquainted. Like, yes, I could do stuff on my own now. I know I could do it. It's just kind of hard to do it on your own because you have no car and you're just home all alone, you know. And I don't really talk to my family, and like, and that's that situation is another story too. But it just like, it gets lonely. It really does. And I would say like and then especially trying to stay sober, it's even harder too, because like you really don't have, like, was expecting to start working in July, and then after that, that's kind of like, and then I was starting dating someone, and that didn't work out, and then the whole delay in my job didn't work out, and then being home by myself all the time, and like, yes, again, my friends have their own life and their own people and their own relationships they have to do, you know. Can't always spend 24/7. Andrea, like, I have to understand that now, like, you know, especially my best friend. Like, this past year we were hanging out, but then he started dating, so, and like, he still spent time for me, but just like, on top of like being depressed, and like, I was working on myself this whole summer until like up to July, and because like I feel like, what's the point, you know, like, what's the point of like fixing myself and no one could tell me, yeah, you're doing good, you're improving, or like, how can I tell like I'm improving, like, or anything, like, it's so tiring and lonely and depressing, and sometimes I just cry in my bed, you know, just cry, and it feels good, but it sucks, you know, it really does suck. But it sucks. It definitely sucks, and I have to get used to that, knowing myself sometimes. I think once I start my job, I'll have my own space, you know, I'm working, you know, this whole delays at work is just crazy. But it's ridiculous sometimes, and I'm doing this channel because I'm doing for me than anything, not doing for, oh, I want to make money, or, oh, blah blah blah, like, you know, I'm actually doing this for myself. Like, I could always vent to my friends and stuff, but they won't understand the significance of it, and I feel like maybe if I vent to YouTube, the world, or any, I don't know, vent, just have, like, I don't even know what I'm gonna do for my channel yet, you know. Like, I don't, like, you guys see in the little context of like me doing funny stuff with my friends, or story time with funny them, or my best friend scaring me, but like, I really don't know what to do for my channel yet. But like, for me doing this, like, kind of like videos, I'm gonna do it because I feel like this is the best therapy for me, you know, best therapy, like, honestly, hands down. Like, I'm feeling better just talking like this, you know. And of course, like, I should see therapy, but right now, for me, I need to get my shit together and think clearly if maybe I'm just doing this, you know, and then work by work, you know, process by process. Like, Rome wasn't built in a day, right? But yeah, I guess that's my rant for today, but yeah, I'll see you guys later.